you mentioned, there's a lot of tools that, well, first of all, the technology in pharmacy is just very old in most cases. This is so the truth. We're working to change that. We're working to change that at Red Cell, but it's very much the truth in healthcare in general.
Yep.
And also true that you go to other industries and you can't just take a solution for an industry that's not healthcare and plop it into healthcare. And I know when I worked on the hospital side of pharmacy, one of the things we looked at was just supply chain management for drugs. And you couldn't use an off-the-shelf system because they can't handle things like liquids, right? And that you might only use part of a vial, right? That it just wasn't structured to handle that. So what are some of the things that you encounter where there aren't solutions that exist today? And how do you think about how you get solutions into a pharmacy?
Yeah, no, great question. And, when it comes to packaging and dispensing, that's where most of the technology has advanced in pharmacy. And, being able to spend that time at Parata and utilize those machines in my pharmacies and that kind of stuff in the past, being able to work with pharmacies across the nation on different packaging solutions, that certainly has done very well. Even the vision system where you're taking a photo of that pill or of that capsule, being able to mirror that off of your database and verify that that's accurate, those solutions are there. Really, when it comes to upfront though, and I mean like triage, billing, order input, those type of things, we're still in a very labor intense market.
Right.
It's manual input, it's manual transactions, manual billing, adjudicate, get rejected, rebill, adjudicate, get rejected. Those type of just continue to throw people at the problem. And I think that's probably the area that's going to be of the most need. Then we just talk about maybe being more pioneering, like clinical billing, RPM, MTM. We can certainly dive into any one of those, but looking at technologies that look at revenue that's outside of the dispensing of the medications, outside of the reimbursement or the passing out of the medications, and more into the clinical side, the billing side of finding resources and revenue that you can generate growth off of.
Yeah, so that's a great transition. Let's talk growth opportunities, right? So obviously for long-term care, filling that medication and sending that off to facilities, kind of the core of the business. What are those opportunities that pharmacies should think about growing that don't involve getting a new facility?
Yeah, I always like to start with maximizing your current clientele, your current patient base. For example, it's amazing how we'll send prescriptions up to like a CCRC campus, right? Community campus has got we're servicing the skilled building, we're servicing the AL building, but those 700 IL patients, we're kind of just like, they don't exist. We're kind of ignoring those. And yet we're delivering to that campus 7 days a week. And they're out getting their medications from Amazon or Walmart or local independent pharmacies. And so, finding different creative ways to market to them, to make it capable for them to get their medications from your pharmacy, and then incentivizing them with other different programs. So, for example, I've got a friend that started a vitamin program. Vitamins, there's a great non-PBM dependent revenue source. 77% of all Americans take vitamins. The older they get, the more vitamins they take. You've got companies out there that I got a chance to work with that use the same machines that we use to package medications into the pouches, and they're shipping vitamins all over the world. There's just no reason why pharmacies can't, that current population, that current customer base of AL and IL specifically, to market their vitamins, to market over the counters and those type of things. So taking care of that current population and make sure you maximize the revenue of the current population that you're really servicing right there. Then, to really grow outside of that, as far as kind of diversifying your offering, I see pharmacies like, we've been doing unit dose blister since 1990, and we're going to do unit dose blister until 2090,
Right.
And they get very, tunnel vision on that. But the most successful pharmacies that I've seen in America, they don't let packaging type limit their opportunities. They'll do anything. You want unit dose blister, you have an array of multi-dose blister, you have unit dose pouch, multi-dose pouch, a Tromic box vial. Heck, I don't even care if you deliver by carrier pigeon. just don't let that limit you and limit
Right.
your growth. And if you don't let packaging type limit your growth, you can get a seat at any table. You can go after any market, whether it be PACE, behavioral health, prison systems, group homes. I mean, there's so many different markets that you can specialize and go after. And so that probably brings me to the next thing, which is looking at your current community and your current offerings and meeting the need where it's at. So, for example, of this is a company like Hims, Hers.
Mm-hmm.
These are brilliant people. They picked one disease state and one drug and said, we're the best at it.
Right.
We could do this better than anyone else. And they've made hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, I'm sure they offer more than that now, but there are needs in your market that you can get that niche, that you can advertise, you can market to, you can tell people about. I had a friend who started back in the early 90s an HIV pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're a multi-billion international pharmacy.
Wow.
But they said, we're the best at this. We're the
Right.
best at doing this. And they let the world know about it. And so, finding that niche, finding your strengths and your personnel strengths, and really just kind of marketing to focus or specialize in those areas.